Hello there. Halal Integrated Platform, or HIP, powered by Halal Development Corporation, is a networking platform that connects the global halal ecosystem, equipping your business with a competitive edge. As a HIP member, you can engage internal HDC stakeholders and external strategic partners within the halal industry. So, what do you get as a HIP member? Here you go. You get financial facility, market access, human capital development, business capability development, and halal industry support and facilitation. How does industry players can utilize HIP? As a buyer, you can search halal products through our HIP database. As a service provider or financial institution, you can engage with halal industry players. For government agencies, you can offer initiatives and programs. Hey, venture capitalists and investors can also seek for unlisted company to invest. For halal professionals, you can access our database for halal ingredient sourcing. Finally, manufacturers and sellers, join us to promote your products and get connected to global supply chain. What are you waiting for? Join us for free as HIP member. Enjoy opportunities and exclusive access and increase visibility in halal industry. Let's go!
Malaysia's digital journey began more than 2 decades ago when MSC Malaysia was set up to transform the country into a knowledge-based economy. Since then, MSC Malaysia has contributed immensely towards the growth of the nation's digital economy. Our next step is to take the digital transformation from the corridor to the world. Introducing Malaysia Digital, a strategic initiative which will empower the rakyat, businesses and foreign investments. Malaysia Digital will also elevate the participation of Malaysians and local businesses in revolutionizing the world's digital economy. Malaysia Digital opens doors for Malaysians by providing equitable access to digital tools, knowledge and income opportunities. It offers new business opportunities and growth through a supportive digital ecosystem. It also provides flexible and agile investment facilitation to make the country investment friendly. The goal is to drive the digital ecosystem and develop the digital economy to a stage where it contributes at least 25.5% of our GDP and creates 500,000 jobs by 2025.
Malaysia Digital will galvanize public-private partnerships to accelerate the growth of our digital economy and drive positive transformation that ultimately benefit the rakyat, businesses, investors, and also the whole nation.
Establishing Malaysia into a digital nation, one with more adept, stronger and resilient economy, society, and governance. Stepping into tomorrow's digital future today.
Okay. Sorry. All right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Shilda Ismail, and you are currently watching TN Tech Happy Live Talk Show. Welcome to our fifth episode, where it's a campaign series of aspiring techpreneurs and founders who will be sharing their journey in helping users in the name of Rakyat and Ummah as a whole. And before that, I would like to wish you Selamat Berpuasa Ramadan Karim. Okay, this collaboration between HDC and MDEC and HIP and of course Islamic Digital Economy is to showcase Malaysia as a global hub, maturing Islamic finance and halal ecosystem, backed by strong talent and Sharia experts. And we'll be talking to and Sharia experts afterwards. Hence, we need to give a shout out to our founders and those who have been as instrumental in this IDE and halal space. So for the next few episodes throughout this year, I shall be co-hosting with Christina Ramli, Director, Islamic Digital Economy and Fintech of MDEC. Lena.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam Ramadan to all our viewers.
I had a glitch just now. I forgot to unmute because we're probably on Ramadan. Today is the first Ramadan, and guess what? We have a very very special guest for today. So Lena, how has been with the IDE?
Alhamdulillah. So today is our fifth episode with Tech. We are extremely pleased with the progress that we are making and how we are engaging with our industry stakeholders, not only our ecosystem partners within MDEC, but also dengan HDC as well. And we look forward to curating even more interesting topics, and I hope that our viewers have been enthralled by all the contents that we have been sharing.
Inshallah. Okay, so for today we shall celebrate. Inshallah. And so for today we shall celebrate, and of course we promote and showcase inspiring founders across fintech, IDE and also halal portfolios. And today we want to discuss further in terms of innovative developments in the integration of halal and also Islamic technology. So I'm joined today with none other, a respectable icon in the Islamic finance and fintech sphere, Dr. Zaharuddin Abd Rahman. So we'll be speaking as the founder of iUrus System, iUrus Digital Smart Management System and Sharia Compliance. Assalamualaikum, Doctor. Apa khabar?
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Khabar baik, Alhamdulillah. Ramadan Mubarak to all.
Ramadan Mubarak. Okay, Doctor. So my first questions with you, as you can see right now, what are, some emerging trends, innovations in the halal industry? Of course, you have been an observer and in this industry, in the sphere. How do you see the industry evolving in the future?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah wa bihi nasta'in. Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much, Shilda, and also Puan Ruslina, that together with us today. And Ramadan Mubarak, Ramadan Karim to all of the viewers. Okay, with regard to the question posted by Shilda, so I can say that everyone on the net at the current moment, if we are going back about 2 years ago or 3 years ago, they are talking about blockchain, they are talking about smart contract, they are talking about cryptocurrencies and whatnot. But beginning from this year, they are now talking more about artificial intelligence, even though they already talk about it, about a few years back. But with the introduction of ChatGPT AI, there are a lot more conversation surrounding the ChatGPT capability and ability to replace most of manpower in the industry, for example, copywriting, and also creating a threat to the academic world, because the ChatGPT can actually creating and also completing our thesis or maybe assignment and whatnot. And not only that, now ChatGPT also what we call they are giving out their API to be used by other platform and entities. As we can see, there are some platform out there. They already incorporated those AI in their learning platform, and also translate
Oh no.
the word, the text. I think I think that is at the moment talk of the time, and also the new technology in terms of supercomputer, quantum computers,
Yeah.
actually helping a lot of this AI in order to make it, faster than the normal computers. And I can see and I can read that the Nvidia is at the forefront of providing the microchip to these quantum computers and whatnot. And I don't know how Malaysia are going to benefit all of this technology, and
Mhm.
also whether or not we have the
The talent.
skillful
Yes.
engineers, yeah, the talents and also skillful engineers that can actually take benefit of the technology.
Okay, since Dr. Zaharuddin has already opening up, whether Malaysia is ready for that talent and, some, industry implication dan sebagainya. Maybe, Lena, you can advise on that. What do you think? Okay, unmute. All right, go ahead.
So thank you so much for sharing, Dr. Zaharuddin. So prior to our discussions earlier, we want to also touch base on the landscape for payments in Malaysia, because if you look at Malaysian fintech companies, mostly are all in the payment system, because when you talk about the volume game, that's where the money is, right? Because there are remittance also. So some of the basic criteria in support of how iUrus can further strengthen their credibility, as well as showcase how market share in terms of trying to gain more scale. How are you when you talk when you want to compare yourself with other payment gateway, because your differentiating punya product tu has to be very strong, so merchants will want to use platform also, right? So some of the things that are the key features that typically either B2B or B2C players would ask is: number one, safety. So whenever they make safety, how do that protect their security, or when they want to make payment? Number two, the payments methods. So not only can you use your bank account, what about your credit cards? Sekarang pun we have the different types of payment modules, macam Wise payments, our PayPal. How do you connect with our national products under PayNet, macam JomPay and Do It Now as well. Back to
Mhm.
you, Dr. Zaharuddin.
Okay, first of all, just to share that our motivation actually behind the creation of iUrus is not to give an alternative or to crowd the market with more payment system.
Okay.
Actually, I'm with you that we already have a lot of payment gateway at the current moment, and as from my observation and myself, I have several companies, and we use several payment gateways here available in the market. But as I can see that the payment gateway is only targeting and also focusing on the payment processes only. So
Mm,
for that reason, they are not actually giving out the whole ecosystem of the online digital transformation for SMEs, for example. Yeah,
mm,
as for to give you an example, the payment gateway, yes, they can speed up and expedite the payment when the platform or whatever business owner want to make a selling online. But the business owners will still have to craft and develop their own landing page, website, UI and UX for all of their offerings. The only thing that the payment gateway did is actually to linkage those websites with their payment gateway to the banks, you know.
Okay.
So that's it. And then they will have some of the data record, and from my observation, their data and record that been captured is not analyzed. It's just
mm,
there, it's just there. So
mm,
because of that reason, from my experience, and also my other partners in other business sectors, we can say that keeping track of sales and customer data, ensuring timely payments, and also having experienced the frustration of dealing with monthly payment obligations such as bank financing, takaful contributions, utility bills, I realized that there is often no real-time or dynamic payment schedule provided by these institutions, even though they are a very big corporation. So, for
Yeah.
example, I myself, I purchased a house via a bank, but what happened is that each and every month I make the payment. Yes, I can say via a standing instruction. It's easy, but it's not easy for me to see my previous payment and also what would
The
be the
history.
balance, the history and
Yeah.
also the balance. And the
Yeah.
same apply to takaful contributions, utility bills, private school monthly fees, collection and payments, and many more. For example, here in our place, we have JMC, got a joint management company for the whole housing area. So what happened? We have to pay monthly maintenance fee, but they normally will have a problem in terms of making the collection, even though
Okay.
payment gateways are out there, but they cannot actually solve this type of real time problems. So that's why iUrus coming in. We are not to replace payment gateway, because we are collaborating with them, and we are preparing the UI, the dashboard, the simple and effective dashboard, so that the business owners, the service providers can simply taking and collecting their payments, and also for the users, simple, by one click they can make a payment, no need to log in except log into their banks. That is the payment gateway integration. But
I
via
see.
our system with the SMS, they can just click, and then they can just make a payment. They can have automatic receipt, they can have automatic invoices, and also they have all the payment schedule, they can have the payment statement, and they have also in one page their agreement. So as per our experience, for example, your good self, when you purchase a house, do you still remember where you put the agreement of the purchase?
No.
In
It's
No?
my
in the
safe.
laci. Yeah, dalam laci.
Yeah. Which lachi? You don't know.
I don't know which laci, which house. Yeah.
So
So
iUrus will help you with that. Will help
yeah.
you with the whole ecosystem of comprehensive. Not only that, that is the back end processes issues. We also cater the front end. For example, how about website? The payment gateway
Yeah.
will not solve that problem for you. You still need to have and to pay for the developer to develop your own e-commerce website. So
Yeah.
how to help those SMEs with a very affordable amount of money to have their own landing page and e-commerce website. So we help them via this comprehensive subscription. You will get all of those things, including the landing page, as e-commerce, and also with all of the business analysis and also CRM. Does payment gateway have CRM, customer relationship manager? Can they
Oh,
can they do email and SMS blast to all of their previous clients? Cannot, but
I see.
we can do that. So
So
that is
in a nutshell,
yeah,
iUrus, not only do you are you a payment gateway provider, but you also offer
yes,
the whole one set solutions when it comes to collection
digital
system.
transformation. Yes,
Yes, and also automation of receipts and invoicing.
yeah,
So
correct.
assuming if you want to capture, for example, reimbursements from staff guna
Mhm.
cards of the company, they can then use your system to also track. payments of where the monies of the company is used in support of either business development, via your petty cash, electricity bills, and all and so forth.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Not
And
only that, if you want to do an auction, for example, my daughter, she sells some vintage items, and sometimes some of these items are very unique. So normally she will use social media to do the auction. I said it is not proper. So our system will also have those lelong auction functions for you to lelong your house, your car, your unique items. Also, you can do so.
also there is an e-commerce embedded into the
Yes,
iUrus as
yes,
well. Wow.
correct,
Okay.
correct,
Yeah.
Doctor,
correct.
can this an individual ataupun like a, it doesn't necessarily have to be an SME or an entrepreneur to do it, right? Let's say somebody who has, has spent many spending and so many receipts and etc., and it goes into an individual to use iUrus. Boleh juga kan, Doctor?
Okay, individual using iUrus will be like this. For example, you
Okay.
yourself do that. Is there anybody indebted or owing you money and still not paying it, or maybe paying in installment basis?
Okay.
How do you monitor the payment, and how do you want to remind those guys and those people to make the payment monthly basis? Maybe your
I'm
friends,
I'm
maybe
laughing because
you.
ada when doktor say siapa, who is the person who is indebted, probably harta sepencarian.
Okay, so
Could that be a scenario?
yeah, iUrus have the function for you to organize the payment from those who are owing you
Yeah.
and taking the money from them in a very structured and organized manner, with receipts, with invoice, and auto deduction and auto recurring payment. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, Lina, I'm looking at a scenario. Okay, all right. So moving on, Doctor. So where does this inspiration came about? Did you develop from scratch
Yeah.
yourself? Oh, I forgot to mention to you, Lena. You know the video that we saw prior this interview.
The demo.
It was actually edited by Doctor himself. He is so
Yeah.
passionate over his science. Okay,
Yeah.
so where was the inspiration came about to develop iUrus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps a
Firstly,
personal.
Yeah,
Go
Dr.
ahead.
Zaharuddin, you can also add on your value proposition your subscription model for our viewers. How do they want to hook up in terms of understanding your products more? Where do they go to, and then the price range?
Okay.
yeah.
So first we go with the inspiration first. How do you start?
Okay. Okay, there's so many questions. Number one, with regard to the video that you mentioned, I edited myself.
Yeah.
That is the greatness of the technology. If I am to employ somebody or professional video editor to do such video, how much do you think that I have to pay?
About 3 to 5,000 ringgit.
Yeah, so I'm paying nothing. I'm paying nothing because I'm using a subscription basis video maker. It's very easy, and a few $100, a few hundred ringgit, and less than 100 ringgit, I can get it. That is
Yeah.
number one. Number two,
Agree.
the inspiration is coming from my own difficulties that I
Okay.
face, because I also have a chain of Islamic preschool that we have, and we encounter difficulties in collecting the monthly fees from parents. So we don't have any system that can cater our needs. Number one. Number two, we're also being approached by some of our clients that because our company also have software house. We also have our in-house developer that we can develop a software solution for companies. So this company coming to us and asking us to do a system for themselves, where they are selling their assets on easy scheme, just like several other big name, for example, Courts Mammoth, Harvey Norman. They are selling their own commodity and assets on installment basis, right?
Okay.
So this company asking us to craft and develop a system for them. So that is number two, the inspiration for from where we are developing this technology. And number three, coming from my own difficulties, just like I mentioned, that I've been paying to the bank, to the takaful, and also other schools for my kids, but it's very difficult for me to keep track all of the payment made and also what would be the balance, so why I think they are still using bank transfer and then sending receipt via WhatsApp. So this is very old
Very
school,
traditional. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, very traditional. So I think we should the industry and the school, the business owners to be more efficient and less mistake, in the process of in the operation.
Yeah.
So as for question by Ruslina, so I can say that everybody who want to know more about the product and the features and the packages, you can just go to iurus.co, iUrus. So for that reason, we are calling our name iUrus. Urus means managing. It is not only about payment, it's all about payment and organizing our selling, our recording, our filing, and whatnot. And then in terms of the pricing, the price starts as low as 49 ringgit per month. 49 ringgit per month, you can have your own e-commerce website, and also with CRM functions, and also you have a dashboard for your merchant and admin dashboard, and then you also have all of the features in the system. So I think it's very affordable for SME, especially for SMEs, because normally big corporation, they will love to have their own system. And also we can do white label. The system can be renamed, the whole entire system with the same function, or maybe with some add-on. Also we can do it because we are using
Okay, there's some technical internet issue here. Okay, all right, doctor, if
okay.
you can hear.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right, that's all
I
right.
can hear you.
Internet is always the uncertainty. We have all the greatest technology and greatest softwares, etc. But it's all right. Moving on, doctor. This is quite last minute, doctor. I'm actually curious to look at the dashboard. Are you able to somehow demonstrate? Kalau kalau tak, then probably we can do it another episode, something like that. Are you able to do it right now to show to demonstrate how does it work? Doctor. I think it's doctor's internet.
Connectivity. Oh
Yes.
no.
Oh no. Okay. So, what do you think about this application, Lena? Before we get into doctor.
Yes, I mean, so we have a few
Ah,
in terms of peer comparison, So the biggest one, of course, if you were to just Google, you have your iPay,
yeah.
88, and we also have got PayPal. So and there's a few more other big ones in Malaysia. Example, macam Razer Merchant also they do. So I think the
Yes.
differentiation comes from how the platform can also be an aggregator of other types of products and services, and how Dr. Zaharuddin has positioned iUrus, I think, in my personal opinion, is great because you're offering the one-stop solution, especially for
Yeah.
smaller micro SMEs who may not be so inept with technology. So at a very
Agree.
low fee of tadi berapa, 49 ringgit per month, they have all the solution provided for them, and through the historical track record, I'm presuming also the app will also be able to provide reporting. Dr. Zaharuddin, correct?
Yeah,
Correct me if
yeah,
I'm wrong.
okay.
Yeah, so
I'm
through
online
that.
right now.
Yeah, so through the historical, so assuming if example, my favorite peniaga jual keropok pisang tepi jalan, right? So
Mhm.
she has no technology savviness. So
Hmm.
through her engagement with iUrus, she can now have her own platform, be able to also track payment also, can the platform as well also teach her on in terms of cash flow, how to manage her cash flows when she receives payments, how she manages her raw ingredients, for example, and through the historical track record, you would have some form of credit history that she can then use to generate her own financial reporting. Because to me, that is really inculcate financial literacy to our micro SMEs for them to be able to secure financing. Because right now there is a 90 billion funding gap to micro SMEs according to the Capital Market Master Plan, because the micro SMEs they do not have historical track record. So being able to interact with our fintech platforms, they can curate that track record.
Mm-mm.
So will iUrus be able to facilitate that, Dr. Zaharuddin?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, okay. Can I share the screen?
Oh, okay, sure. Because just
Boleh,
now I was
boleh.
mentioning, I'm kind of curious. I would like to see the
The
dashboard.
demo.
Perhaps Dr. Zaharuddin terus jadi panik terus. Perhaps we can
Okay. Am I okay
demonstrate.
now?
How
Okay.
does it look like? Yeah, okay.
Okay. I share screen. Share
Can.
screen.
Okay.
All right. Okay. This one. Okay. Can you see it now? Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so this is the front page of the e-commerce that I mentioned. So each and every business owner, they will have their own logo over here, and also they
Okay.
will have a banner, their own banner. This is the sample banner, and this one as you can see, we have six segment. The first segment that can be used using iUrus is property management, land
Okay.
management, merchandise and item segment, and fee-based segment, and also educational segment, and also event management. For example, if you are organizing an event and you want to sell some tickets, also you can do via iurus.co.
Okay.
As you can see, the back end, the dashboard is like this. For example, this is my account. For example, the demo account. You can go to the manage merchant, and this is the back end of the dashboard of the merchant. So as you can see, the CRM marketing is over here. The analytics, sales analytics is over here. Okay.
So Lena, I'm sure there has a backstory and the records of the previous
Yeah.
transaction
So you
mesti
see here.
ada. Yeah.
Yeah, the previous transaction, you can see if the customer is late in making a payment, you can just go here. You can see the pending payments list, and then you can just simply look at those who are late in making their payment and overdue, and then the complete payment over here. A report, you can just transfer all of this report to your Excel. And then if you want to go to the sales, you can go here, you snapshot of the sales, you can filter by using the period that you want, and then you can see all of the sales. And then also you can also transfer or convert it into the Excel, and also you can see, go to the Excel. And then in terms of auction is over here. You can see this one is active auction, this one is non-active. And for student and registration for kindergarten, for Islamic preschool, for private schools, or even university, they can see the students list over here, and also they can also make an obligation for the student to make payment prior to getting their examination result. For
Ah,
here, for example, examination result, you can just submit report, examination report, and if in each and every time that the student is not paying, they cannot see their result, for example. And as you can see, collection for individual debt, for example, is over here that I mentioned. So as you can see over here, view payment, you can see the payment pending, and also send reminder. You can send reminder over here manually, and automatically also you can set the reminder.
okay.
All
And
right.
then it will send through WhatsApp or through email. As you mentioned, you have the CRM now.
SMS, SMS, and
SMS.
also
Okay.
emails, both.
All right.
So here it is a
That's
CRM
already
marketing.
embedded dalam iUrus itu ataupun you have to
Yes,
engage okay, all right, okay.
already embedded. Already
Okay.
embedded. So the customers
Okay.
list is over here, and the analytics is all over here, as you can
Oh,
see. Yeah, and
Would
then
you
also
be
you can
able to
download PDF.
extrapolate, Dr.
Yeah,
Zaharuddin?
you
Will
can
you be
download.
able to extrapolate into like accounts, like financial accounts for them to use?
Okay,
Boleh.
financial account, we can integrate it with into our software accounting. This one is not software
Oh,
accounting. This one is our accounting software.
Okay.
This is ours as well, hisabis.com, but this should take another session. But
Okay.
our accounting platform is very
integrate
is unique. Our accounting software is unique from other accounting software that available on the market because number one,
Fantastic.
we
Wow.
have we have financial health ratio. You can see
Oh,
real time. Your profit margin is good, gross profit margin is good or not, and
very
then
good.
you will have what? You have zakat calculator, automatic zakat
Oh,
calculator.
MashaAllah.
so
Okay.
You
today,
cannot find in other accounting software.
so Dr.
That should be a
Zaharuddin,
session. Okay.
yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
Yeah.
so for today on for today only, maybe you want to offer a grand package. iUrus together with your accounting package. Sama-sama berapa?
Pandai, Lena.
Okay, accounting software is quite cheap for one user. For example, we only charge 39 ringgit per month.
Hmm.
And also
Okay.
one more thing, Lina and Shilda.
Hmm.
For example, if you have several companies, subsidiary company, right?
Hmm.
How can you monitor the performance of your company from accounting perspective? It's very difficult, right? You have to call your staff and get the report done. And what about if we have this kind of menu, sub companies? We also
Yeah.
can look at our company performance. Just click the sub companies. All of the companies that are under you can see the revenue, the gross profit, and then you will just click and you can see the report at real time.
So, Dr.
So
Zaharuddin,
meaning
meaning
that
one company is one application. How does it work? Ataupun one
yes, one company, one application. One company,
hmm,
one application. It is really like that because if not,
yeah,
the data will be mixed up.
mixed up. Correct.
Uh,
Okay. So there is a question coming from our netizen. He asked,
mm.
"What about the security issues, like for example, encryption dan sebagainya?" Dr. Zaharuddin, perhaps you can, reassure and give some
Yes,
confidence
yes.
to. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, we are using Cloudflare. Cloudflare
Okay.
is very internationally accredited, for cybersecurity. So that is number one. Number two, each and every payment is not on our part because just like I mentioned, the payment is under the payment gateway. We are only integrating it. So all of the payment gateway has been approved by Central Bank of Malaysia in terms of their security. So we are not touching that. We are just integrating. So meaning that you don't have to worry about that. Number three, with regard to the iUrus just now, also we are using Cloudflare. So in terms
Okay.
of cybersecurity, so you don't have to worry about that because they are internationally, approved cybersecurity services.
Okay. All right. Coming
Mm.
back to the Islamic fintech and also Islamic digital economy, perhaps we can also, have some your advice and also reminders, yeah, in terms of Sharia compliance. Most companies are using the buzzword of, Sharia compliant, Muslim friendly, etc. As a marketing to sort of like gain some kind of tractions. What are your advice and reminders as a Sharia
Okay,
advisor, Doctor?
all
Silakan.
right. For as number one, it is not wrong for any company to use halal or sharia compliant as their marketing tools,
Okay.
so long as they are really serious about sharia compliant and and also complying to the sharia compliant requirements, uh, because that is a sign of a success of the sharia compliant itself.
Okay.
So if let's say one company or other religion, nobody want to say this is X and X compliant. No, nobody want to say that. So when a non-Muslim, for example, in the Europe, they wanted to establish Islamic bank, for example. So some people say they are just to take advantage on Islamic Muslim consumers. I say, why not? Even as long as they have their own Sharia advisors and reliable Sharia advisors, so that is the sign of the greatness of Islam and Sharia compliant, because they are being attracted to offer a product that is complying with our own religion. So that is a
Yeah.
sign of good. That is
Okay.
number one. Yeah, that is number one. Number two, it is dangerous and bad if they are using halal and also Sharia compliant name just to attract people to them, but at the same time they are not abide to the Sharia compliant. They are just playing with words, and that is dangerous, and that is
Yeah.
totally wrong. That is number two. Number three, in terms of Islamic fintech, I would love to see when we learn about Islamic fintech, especially by the financial institutions. Most of the fintech, sorry to say this, Lina, they are just thinking about how to maximizing their profit and also to get through to a new set of customers, to make themselves more profitable, to get more profit and to get more clients. But what about fintech that really want to help the users? So at the current moment, some Islamic financial
Okay, doctor's internet is having some difficulty again. Okay, what is your feedback on that? When Doctor said mentioned that some fintech is taking advantage of using the Sharia, using the halal
Hello, are we
connotation.
here?
Can
Are we
hear.
here?
Sorry, the internet is not really on our side this morning. So the
Correct,
third
correct.
one, Doctor, what you was mentioning just now,
Yeah.
some fintech
Okay.
companies, yeah, they're using to sort of to gain profit instead of helping, giving the solutions to consumers.
Yes. But
Yes,
Could you
because
rephrase that?
yeah.
Dr. Zaharuddin, if I can just quickly, just because I know you mentioned that there are some fintech companies who may have put a different light with regards
Hmm.
to the Shar compliant. But can we agree that technology as a baseline is agnostic? It doesn't matter.
Hmm.
It's for everybody.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. I want to say that it is not wrong for the financial institution to broaden their market group and market clients and to make more profit. It's good.
Yeah,
But for me, I want to see more of those investment to go to their own current client to make their client life easier. For
okay.
example, if I want to pay for my bank, I've been with my bank and these banks, for 20 years or 30 years, but my life is still very difficult. They are talking about blockchain, they are talking about fintech, but they themselves fail to make their processes more efficient, and user friendly and whatnot. So that is what
Yeah,
I mean. They want to spend more to get new customers, but they want to spend a little bit more for their current customer. They should actually, because that is Islamic is all about, to make
yeah,
yourself more effective and more efficient, and expedite the processes and whatnot.
yeah,
In that now you have to go to the bank, you have to wait for 1 month to open an account and this and that. So what happening, because bank is profitable business, and their profit is so
it's
huge,
generated. Yeah.
but they cannot solve this problem since 30 years ago.
Okay. All right. It's a good platform for we to be able to discuss and come to a common ground. All right. Moving on. Is there any questions coming from Lina
Yes. Okay. So I
for
just wanted
Doctor?
to
Okay.
for the benefit of our viewers, and Dr. Zaharuddin, please feel free to also add to this approach that MDEC is adopting.
Mhm.
So when we onboard technology companies as part of our Islamic digital economy, there are two main buckets. So the first bucket are fintech players that offer specific products and services that have a external endorsement from a Sharia advisor. So our P2P, our ECF, our takaful operators, which is financially linked, will have those buckets. So it's clear cut that you automatically become an IDE company. But you
Okay.
also have the second bucket of fintech companies or tech companies that offer neutral products. So, like for example, your credit scores, your bookkeeping
Mm.
apps,
Mm.
our solutions like our lifestyle apps. So those may not necessarily require a Sharia advisory endorsement
Yeah.
because you are considered as neutral. But you offer a solution that can support the Islamic finance or the communities that require ethical forms of solutions and services. So in that manner, we as Malaysia grow to become a prominent position for our Islamic digital economy, we want to onboard more agnostic players into our space so that we have higher number of technology companies that work within our IDE community, because among the benchmarks that independent reports do is the number of Islamic fintech companies. So as more agnostic players are onboarded into our community, we can then look to see how we can further strengthen their storytelling or value proposition in support of that differentiation that you make for the communities at large. Like for example, iUrus. They don't necessarily need to have a Sharia endorsement. I mean, the owner is the Sharia
Mm.
advisor
Yeah.
himself, but it's the solution that you provide, right? And the solution
Yeah.
can be for all sorts of services. It could be onboarded to communities at large that would be able to also be part of the IDE community. That's what I want to also extend. Is there anything else that Dr. Zaharuddin would like to add to that?
No, I think it's a really commendable job by MDEC and also all of you guys, at Halal Integrated Platform and HDC,
Thank you.
not only focusing halal towards food and beverages as some normally people would see, but now
Thank
we
you.
are also looking at halal in terms of the technology and how technology can really make people life easier. That is also halal tayyiba. So
Yeah.
halal tayyiba means very effective and efficient and also high integrity. So that's why we also have this accounting system. Just now I shown to you that we have all of these zakat, because in Malaysia, from the statistic given by the authority body, that almost 60% of business owner, I think, is not paying out zakat, even though they have to pay zakat. But with
Oh,
our system, for example, we encourage people and remind people every day, each and every time the business owner open their software to see
Yeah.
their profit and loss, they also see that their payable zakat or due is
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So it is
Yeah.
good for lembaga zakat.
Yeah. Okay. That we need to have a reminders of saying that you
And
have to
also
pay a
they
certain.
will have no they will ha- they will have an idea that their accounting staff are doing good job or not, because if their
Ah.
accounting staff is not entering, making an entry,
Yeah.
so the data will be just dormant,
Got it.
stagnant.
Okay. All right. Okay. Perhaps we have another episode to be speaking to your accounting system, Doctor. All right, Doctor.
Inshallah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Doctor. Okay. I would like to ask out of curiosity juga lah kan. I mean, you've been traveling here and there. You've been meeting
Mm,
so many communities. What are the best
mm,
innovation in terms of integration of halal and Islamic technology you have come across? I'm sure you have seen it maybe in a local or maybe
mm.
your own product ke tak ada tak puji puji produk sendiri. Ataupun mungkin daripada negara-negara luar that could be an inspiration, or
Wow,
maybe
very difficult question.
maybe in any areas that perhaps it needs some, like you mentioned, Toyiba is an enhancing and easing people's life, perhaps any other areas that you rasa this needs to be transformed. Somebody must come up with some kind of application, etc., ada tak
Mm-mm. I think for me at the current moment, I would love to see how the AI really can help in terms of the Sharia investment,
okay.
Sharia investment, because I already see one technology that developed individually by several people that I've known, that can from the research about 30 years, 30 years of
30
research.
years.
Yeah, 30 years of research for him to really have a good automation and robo advisory for
Okay.
making investment in the stock market.
Right.
you know
Okay.
so from his experience and from his technology that he has developed, and he showed me the track record, uh, each and every year cannot be less than 70% of profit. you know so you see, EPF only managed to give 6%. So
Okay.
how about EPF, PNB, Tabung Haji really develop, because this individual and a very small group of people can invest and develop their own system. They are using for themselves. They are not selling it because they are
Okay.
already profit for them. They
They're making
don't
really
want
make
to,
profit. Okay.
yeah, they don't want to just simply share with everybody, and they also cannot share it with large institutions, because large institution will have all of the requirements, so it's not suitable for them. But those institutions should invest themselves in all of this talent that available in the market, because their main business is investment, especially in
Yeah.
equity investment, right? So
Right.
in the US, we have one robo
Okay.
advisory,
Yeah.
right? But what about here in Malaysia? I think we really need that type of software and also artificial intelligence for us to use for our own benefits. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Mm.
have you encountered such, Lena? I mean, we have our Wahid
Yes,
Advance,
yes,
yeah, who's doing really,
yes,
really well at
yes.
this point of time. Yeah.
I was just about to
Yeah.
say so. So for
Yeah.
Malaysia, I think our presence, one of the key IDA companies is Wahid Invest,
Mhm.
and CEO is Juliana. So I think that a lot more can be seen in terms of how we want to further propagate Sharia compliant platforms that uses robot advisory and data analytics in support of
Yeah.
how we want to further strengthen our Malaysian issues with regards to our retirement funds. And this has now become a national problem statement. More than 50% of EPF members have only 10,000 ringgit saja inside
Mm.
their
Okay.
retirement punya account. So how can we leverage on
Mhm.
technology solutions,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
work with the EPF in support of alternative options on how we can strengthen the retirement viability, and also support our local rakyat in development of financial inclusion, social finance. So happy to even further discuss this with you, Dr. Zaharuddin.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, we've been chit-chatting almost about an hour. We have about another 5 minutes. Doctor, I'm another curiosity question I'm going to ask you again. What are your advices? And, you're a prominent Islamic scholar, but, there are still, those out there who may not be embracing and adopting technology, as you mentioned, AI, blockchain, etc., etc. What are your advice?
Okay, my advice number one, for those who are embracing these new technologies, beware, because sometimes we are too excited to be on board, but we are not really understanding how the technology works, and it lead to cybersecurity attacks. For
Mm.
that reason, these new technologies must also come with cybersecurity. For that reason, I also have one partnership company with me, specialist in cybersecurity.
Mm-hmm.
So we are developing that company with our own system, so that all of the technology can really have cybersecurity to protect, because because technology is sometimes vague. It is just like a new jungle. We enter into this jungle, we don't know about we don't have any experience in it. We thought it's all just straightforward, but it is not. So there are many avenues that the hackers can steal
Attack.
your
Yeah.
identity, your data, and your this and that. And nowadays with the AI, the deep fake is very frightening. You can see that my face over here, I'm talking right now, I'm real me, but the computer can just simply using my voice, my real voice and my face, but it's not me. So it's very
Yeah.
dangerous world out there. And ChatGPT, I also read, they give a warning that they themselves, they say they abide by set of regulation and ethics, but they say that there will be other companies who are trying to mimicking themselves, and they are not abiding themselves with those strict regulation and security. Also, maybe for example, they say those AI chat can simply advise people when being asked on how to create a chemical bomb from the thing that available on in your kitchen. So it's very
Wow.
dangerous, you know.
I
Yeah,
have to give it
yeah.
a try. I have to do
Oh,
that. Okay, yeah.
okay,
Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's
okay.
true.
So
Yeah.
so cybersecurity is one, and then the other thing is for those who don't want to get on board because they say we already okay. Why we need a new things when
Yeah.
the old things, when the current items and the current system is working. So why change? So
Yeah.
those who don't want to change, so please take the story of Nokia. Nokia,
Yes.
they don't want to change. They don't want to
Yeah,
change, and then what happened? They get obsolete and they get
agree.
they
Very good.
vanish, from the market. But now
Correct.
they try to come back.
Yes,
Yeah.
you
it's
know.
true.
So you have to take a change, even though you love the current system, the current old system, but you need to have a change because those current system will also expose to a new risk,
Yeah.
not only risk of keeping being left behind, but also risk of being hacked because the current system is also very vulnerable in terms of their cybersecurity. So that's it.
Yeah. Mm.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay, go ahead, Lena.
Shidal, yeah, so if I can further add to what Dr. Zaharuddin has shared, I think it's so important about adaptability. Even if you know your current product fit is doing well for you, but things are rapidly moving and in constant change. You know, the technology that you use, like, I mean, the chat GPT has now disrupted a lot more of opportunities, right? So you're trying to see how you could integrate some of these new solutions into your product features as well. So I think that's really, really important what Dr. Zaharuddin has shared. Being able to be open and also look at the current trends, because cost is always a key issue whenever it's either B2B or B2C criteria or B2B2C punya criteria. So being able to provide the best costing possible will ultimately be the one that can actually survive all this competition that's coming into the landscape currently.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. That's the end of our episode
Yes,
5
certainly.
for TN Tech HIP Live. Thank you so much, Jazakallah khair, Dr. Zaruddin, for being with us. And on behalf of Halal Integrated Platform and also HDC, we will encourage members out there to also get to know on the crawler there is iUrus.co. We will also put the link at our comment section. So if you're interested, so you can go to the website and get to know on iUrus how to subscribe on iUrus and manage your collections and payments, etc., etc. And
Yes,
for those out there, we would encourage you to also be a member of HIP, be the halal ecosystem, whether you are in technology or in the F&B, whether you're a supplier or even the consumer, you can also be a member, hip.hdcglobal.com. It's free to be in this bigger halal ecosystem, subhanallah. And also, if you're interested to leverage with IDE, we will also put a website. All
yes,
these talk shows will be put in the Lena, betul kan? We're going to be
correct.
put and also archive in the MDAC IDE website. And
Yes.
for that, thank you also to Lena of MDAC, who has played a huge, significant role and fun role in the development of Islamic digital economy and fintech. And that's all from me and also Lena. It has been a pleasure. Assalamualaikum. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you,
Salam,
Semoga
Mashida,
thank you so
Selina.
much. Ramadan Karim. InsyaAllah kita
Ramadan
jumpa.
Kareem. InsyaAllah.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Hello everyone, I'm Mizi, and today I'll be showing you on how you can register with HIP. Let's go! First, you need to register your account at hip.hdcglobal.com. Fill in your email, password, and don't forget to tick the box before you proceed. Click Get Started. Success! Next, fill in your personal details on the user profile page and click Update. Success! Most importantly, fill in all information of your company on the business profile page and click Update. Success! Don't forget to fill in the organization information and click Update. Success! Complete your products and services listing here so that your range of products is visible, and here is the example of a completed business profile. And we are done. Easy, isn't it? Register as HIP member and accelerate your business with HDC.
Malaysia's digital journey began more than 2 decades ago when MSC Malaysia was set up to transform the country into a knowledge-based economy. Since then, MSC Malaysia has contributed immensely towards the growth of the nation's digital economy. Our next step is to take the digital transformation from the corridor to the world. Introducing Malaysia Digital, a strategic initiative which will empower the rakyat, businesses and foreign investments. Malaysia Digital will also elevate the participation of Malaysians and local businesses in revolutionizing the world's digital economy. Malaysia Digital opens doors for Malaysians by providing equitable access to digital tools, knowledge and income opportunities. It offers new business opportunities and growth through a supportive digital ecosystem. It also provides flexible and agile investment facilitation to make the country investment friendly. The goal is to drive the digital ecosystem and develop the digital economy to a stage where it contributes at least 25.5% of our GDP and creates 500,000 jobs by 2025.
Malaysia Digital will galvanize public-private partnerships to accelerate the growth of our digital economy and drive positive transformation that ultimately benefit the rakyat, businesses, investors, and also the whole nation.
Establishing Malaysia into a digital nation, one with more adept, stronger and resilient economy, society, and governance. Stepping into tomorrow's digital future today.